Yo, what is up, guys? Back at it with another video. This is probably going to be the only video this year because my schedule sucks, but here is a wheelie tutorial from, well, a beginner, I guess. I got this game like 3 days ago, and I got like 22 hours in it, and here's what bike I'm using. It's an MX-1 Dim 1. You get it from a mod. You can probably look up a lot of videos of it. I'll probably make a video if y'all want. Don't really matter, it's up to y'all. And I'll do it. If I do that, the Yamaha YZ 450 2023 bike. Well, you can basically do it with any bike. Like, you can do it with like a 250 and all that. But this is the bike that I do it with. And also, I use a controller for this, so I don't even know if you can use a keyboard for the game. I use an Xbox controller, so there's that. But yeah. So I use a controller for it. I don't know if that's really relevant or not. I can show you all the settings for it. So you go into settings. These are them if you want to copy them down for whatever reason, if that matters. But this is what I got for the input and all that. So if you want to do them, you can. They're pretty dang similar to the defaults, kinda. And I don't think you really need graphics, but you can. But that's basically them, alright? So, start off, you can, oh, and another thing. The thing that really helps me with this is simulation. If you turn off auto shift, this could save you a lot of help, but if you're a beginner, I recommend keeping it on. But, like beginner, like just starting on, don't really know how to keep the bike up, that's what I recommend. But if you can keep the bike up, then you can do pretty good at this, which I use auto shift, so you can shift between any gear without having to really worry about it. I find that 1, 2, and 3 you can pop a wheelie on, 4 is really hard, and 5 5 is basically impossible unless you got speed going. But find 1, that's how you pop it up, stuff like that. 2, you can pop it up. 3, you can pop it up, but you start to struggle. See, you can pop it up. 4, let me get down the hill. See, it's pretty hard. Basically anything after 1, 2, and 3 is pretty hard. But what I do is I tap the stick back and rev it, because that's my neutral. If I had a controller, I wouldn't be able to see it, but I hold back on the left stick, rev it pretty good, I guess, and let go, and that's what it gets it going. If you want to see it from a different angle, well, pretty much like that. But also, out of the 3 camera angles that I use, I find the middle one, the second one, the best, where it's a little bit harder to see. And pretty much, yeah, that's what I find easier to use. You don't have to do the same thing, but I find it easier to do this, and it's pretty easy. Also, if you use the back brake, which is down on the right stick, which that pretty much makes everything slow, it's the back brake. This will save your life. Like, probably even your parents' marriage, I don't even know, but like, it's pretty crazy. Pretty much if you get far enough back like this, you can hold it, which sometimes don't save your life if you're too far back, but it's pretty good. See, saves life. Back, and then hold right stick down, instantly slams it. But you can also tap it, which will barely do it. See, you just tap it. Also, I found the left trigger to only be the front brake. It's only the front brake for me. For some reason, it can also work, which I don't think it really does. I think it's just the throttle that does it, but it doesn't save your life, trust me. Only the back brake does, which is back on right stick. So, also, with a 450 and like higher up stuff, you can also just hold down the throttle when you're like barely moving, and that can also sometimes, or even like fully stopped, you could also do it. Like if you go into neutral, hold it down, do that. You could also do it. But turning in the air, that's what I still struggle on. I only got like 20 hours into this game. I only got it like 3 days ago. But yeah. Basically, oh, another thing is once the tip of your fin goes to the top of your screen, that's when you want to tap the back brake. Not like that. See, once it gets to about, well, if the camera would do it, once it gets to the top like that, right there, is when you want to tap the brake. Let's see. If you hold it down, it can really save your life. Like right there is about where I'd put it, and then tap it, and then keep going. But yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. You can also go really fast once you switch gears. But I use my two bumpers for my controller, which is L1 and R2 for the PlayStation controllers. And it's like, if I remember, it's like LB and RB for Xbox controllers. I don't know, I'm playing on one right now, which is kind of sad that I don't even know that, but yeah, that's basically what I use to switch gears. See what I mean, switch gears. I really seem to hold it really good in second gear, so that might be where y'all might go. I don't really know. That's just what I seem to hold the wheelie in. Y'all could probably do it in first, third, some other number, and yeah. But second is where I normally do good in wheelies. I mean, if y'all can, like, if y'all are getting fourth, I mean, I don't know how y'all could be, but if you're fourth and fifth, I mean, go right ahead. You're good here, but that seems to where I have the most trouble at, I guess. If you just tap down on the left stick, on the top really easy. Like that. But you also have to be holding down the throttle when you do it. You can get it up. Pretty good. And, oh yeah, and how you stand up and set down is B for me. Y'all might have it as something else. That's what I use it as. And if you're standing up, which is a lot more harder to drive in, but if you're standing up, I find it much more easier to do the wheelie, but turning's also pretty hard. Like if you click too hard or anything like that on the brake, then you're flipping over your handlebars like that, and you get pretty good on it. And try turning, you'll fall over. So, but, oh, also, how you can tell if they're like that, if you're standing up, if you go into your settings, and you go to, Where is it? That's not graphics. Well, dang. It's somewhere. Probably simulation, probably. Okay, right here. Show HUD, and then show rider stand. If you have those on, it also, that's what it is. It's pretty useful. So you could actually see, like, it goes away. And when you have it on, you do a wheelie a whole lot more easier than what you do if you have it. Because if you sit down and go to it, you can still do the wheelie. It's just a little bit more harder sometimes. Man, if I would have known this a lot sooner, I'd probably be way better at wheelies. Just off the rip, probably. I don't know, but pretty useful, I would say. It is pretty dang useful, I would say, and just practice nonstop. I suck at corners, so you might need to watch another YouTube video guide on that. Speaking of YouTube guides, watch YouTube guides. Not mine. Mine suck. Don't watch it. But, which is kind of weird for someone who's trying to grow on YouTube to say, but like, don't just follow this guide. Follow other guides. Like, they help you out a lot. So if you watch plenty of YouTube guides, you get the gist of it, and keep practicing, you can get good at wheelies. I only got like 22 hours in this game, and I wouldn't say I'm a fast learner, but I can learn pretty quick on some stuff. They might not get it as fast as me, you might get it faster than me, but just practice with it. Like, bikes can matter. If you have something that's like a 125cc, it's definitely a lot more harder to pop a wheelie than what a 450 is. Like, it's pretty hard to do it on something like that compared to a 450 or a 250. And it's crazy, but just the gist of it, pretty much. And once you get used to it, on using the back brake, you can save yourself from a lot of situations. Like, it's crazy. But if you don't use the back brake, you'll have a hole bigger than, I don't know, like Grand Canyon on your cheeks, because they'll be rubbing on the dirt pretty hard. But you can also slip stance mid wheelie, but it's hard to keep the wheelie. Also, if you tap the throttle, it's a lot more better than just constantly holding it and letting go. Like, see, it's definitely a lot more easier. You gotta hold the throttle every time. Like basically you'll just fall flat on your back. Also, turning in the air, I'm still trying to learn that myself, but yeah, you'll fall flat over if you're being careful. What I found to help with it though is to slowly lean into it, and instead of just like turning straight sideways, barely move your analog stick right, and don't do what I just did. But see, if you do that, just slowly lean into it, you'll learn. But once you practice and get much more better at it, then you don't only have 22 hours into it. Probably. Also, one of the videos I found really helpful is like watching people like with like those 1,000 hour videos into MX bikes videos. I found those like, and I'd I'd watch them and see how they did things, and I'd try and like mimic it almost, and that's how I got better at like wheelie and all that. And yeah, so it's a lot more easier. Also, if you want to do like warm wheelies like this and stuff like that, what I do is I have that as my right on D-pad button, and pretty much just this. But if you're doing a wheelie, don't do that. If you're doing a wheelie and you press it, you basically are doing a warm wheelie pretty much. So a lot more cooler that way, I guess. I guess how some people see it. But yeah, it's pretty helpful, and I'd say you could probably get it within probably a couple of days like I did, and if not, then you gotta keep practicing. That's all I gotta say. Also, another thing, to prove that I have 22 hours into the game,